Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to the evening portion of the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament quarterfinals featuring the Enderlin Eagles and the Highlanders of Valley City. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you here today from the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse. For the Valley City Highlanders, they're the number 2 seed here in this tournament with a mark of 1 win and 2 losses on the year for head coach Jim McDaniel's club. They played last night, lost by 3 to the Lisbon Broncos, 61-58 yesterday for Valley City. While for the Enderlin Eagles, head coach is Calvin Kraft, the mark of 1-3 on the season. The 7th seed, they lost their last time out on Friday against Napoleon Gacko-Streeter, 64-46. We'll continue with more of this, talk about the matchups and what happened earlier today here in the Barnes County Tournament on yourliveevent.com.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Every girl deserves the tools to feel confident, connected, and emotionally strong. At BioGirls, they learn real strategies to manage stress and anxiety, build healthy relationships, and understand their emotions. They strengthen coping skills, gain resilience and confidence, and find a deep sense of belonging through authentic peer connection and strong mentorship. The results? Measurable, meaningful, life-shaping. Find a program near you and register today.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we continue with more here on the pregame show, taking a look at what happened last year with both Valley City and Enderlin here in the Barnes County Basketball Tournament. Last season, Valley City, the champs of the BCT. They defeated White Shield in the quarterfinals, topped Mayport CG in the semis, and then won over Barnes County North 47-19 in the championship game. The all-tournament team of Mike and Madsen, Jack Dieterle, and Bryson Heck here for the Valley City Highlanders. While for the Enderlin Eagles, last year finishing 8th, they lost to Lemoore Litchfield Marion in this very round in the quarterfinals last year. Lost to Maple River in the consolation semifinals and defeated and lost to Weimar Lidgewood, that is, losing to the Warbirds for 7th place. They earned the Sportsmanship Award last season for the Enderlin Eagles as well. And going through some of the particulars here in terms of those who won the free throw championship last season, coming from Valley City, Mike and Madsen here from the Highlanders perspective. Last Enderlin Eagle to win the free throw championship was Gus Hurlbert back in 2022 for the Enderlin Eagles. Again, this is our pregame brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote. Started today. Still to come, it'll be Barnes County North and Weimar Lidgewood in our final game of the quarterfinals. Earlier today, Mayport CG 58-31 over Richland, and the Lobos of Lemoore Litchfield Marion with a 53-36 win over the Maple River Raiders. We're back with the starting lineups and the opening tip. That is next here in Valley City.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At Dickey Marion Insurance Agency, they offer high-quality products and services to their customers with a wide range of coverages from home and auto, farm and crop, and various types of commercial policies. Dickey Marion Insurance Agency is locally owned and operated and has been in business since 1974. Get in contact with Jesse Massenbrook or Abby Hansen for the small-town service you deserve by going online to DickeyMarionINS.com or call 701-669-2330.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
As we get you ready here for our pregame show, starting lineups here with the Enderlin Eagles and alongside the Valley City Highliners here as the Enderlin Eagles head coaches Kelvin Crafter, the mark of 1-3 on the season, averaging 37 points per contest, defensively giving up 57 points per game here for the Enderlin Eagles, with a mark of 1-3 win against the Imperials of Napoleon Gacko Streeter, with losses against Kidder County, Lisbon, and alongside from there, a win over Strasburg, Zeeland, losses over Lisbon, Kidder County, and alongside Napoleon Gacko Streeter. They'll go like this: Orion Adargo, the 6'1" senior forward, Adargo at 6'1". Nolan Schlecht, the 5'10" senior forward here, Schlecht again at 5'10". Carson Gruba, the 6' senior guard, Gruba at 6 foot. You have Ethan Simbira, the junior forward, at 6 foot even. And then from there, Caleb Maggio, the sophomore, at 6'6". Again, Adargo, Schlecht, Gruba, and Simbira alongside with Maggio. The Enderlin Eagles out in their black uniforms here with the white numerals outlined in orange, with the orange across the front with Enderlin for our starting lineups. As we turn now to the attention of Valley City head coach Jim McDaniel with a mark of 1-2 in the season. Mike and Madsen, the 6'1" senior guard here. Madsen again at 6'1". Finn Doctor, a 6 foot junior guard for Valley City. Also, you have Andrew Sikora, the 5'11" junior forward. From there, Xander Thompson, a 6'2" junior forward. And Jack Samuelson, with Jack Dieterle in the starting lineup here for the Valley City Highliners. Again, they'll go like this: Madsen, Doctor, Thompson, Sikora, and Dieterle here in the starting lineup today for the Valley City Highliners, averaging 58 points per game defensively, giving up 71 points per contest for the Highliners here out in their white uniforms. A little bit of that Columbia blue outlined in red here today with Highliners across the front for Valley City. That is our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Our officials of this one, Mark Gubrood, Roger Kozowski, and Ron Newdell, as Mr. Kozowski will do the honors and put this one in the air right on schedule at 6 o'clock here for game number 3 of the BCT. Bounce pass goes right-handed side to Finn Doctor. Doctor sees it here at the right wing as Enderlin going to come out a little zone pressure defense. This one high post touch to Dieterle. Left wing Madsen, left wing three-pointers up and in. Mike and Madsen with the triple, and the Valley City Highliners get the opening 3 points here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. As they'll see it now for the Enderlin Eagles with Carson Gruba. Bounce pass left and inside of Ryan Adargo. Gives it up top now to Ethan Simbira. Able to see this one with Gruba. Gruba thought about it to Simbira now. Simbira, college range 3 to tie. Off the backboard is in. Ethan Simbira sees this one tied at 3 apiece. As it for Valley City, right wing to Finn Doctor. Doctor, high post touch to Dieterle. Back to Doctor here at the right wing as they give it to Dieterle to Madsen. Mikan ripping it through. Madsen, Krohop inside the paint. There's a foul, and this will be on the floor. As Enderlin will get called for the foul. That'll be their first. Foul will be assessed here on Ethan Simbira, his first. As Valley City will inbound the basketball. They do. They give it off the post. No good after the attempt by Dieterle. Rebound comes down to Carson Gruba. Gruba's going to fly the other side, and the Enderlin Eagles are up. Carson Gruba with a made field goal here, and Enderlin leads it by 2. Valley City with Madsen left in inside of the baseline. Here goes Sikora. Andrew shot fake, got a man up in the air, and there's a foul. Orion Adargo get called for the foul, his first, team's second. And we'll see free throw opportunities here for the Valley City Highlanders with 6:41 left to play in the quarter. As the free throw attempts will be upcoming here for Andrew. Sikora, left-handed toss, flick of the wrist. And we'll see this one up and in, and a chance now to tie here for Valley City as Sikora. We'll see the second free throw attempt is up and good. So Sikora goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Second tie of the game here in the opening quarter. This at 6:40. Enderlin will see this one now as they handle this to Carson Gruba. Gruba to the right-handed side as this will be a foul, and trying to go for the loose ball was Finn Doctor. Doctor will get tabbed for the foul. That'll be his first and the team's first for Valley City. Good opening 90 seconds. A lot of action with these two teams. And check that. The foul will be on Nolan Schlecht of Enderlin. So that'll be his first and the team's third. Other side, high off the window. Can't get it to go for Finn Doctor. Ball gets deflected out and eventually be out of bounds. Be last touch here off the Valley City Highlanders. After this week of basketball here in Valley City, the Highlanders are back in action on Tuesday at Northern Cass for a doubleheader a week from today. With a doubleheader with Northern Cass and boys and girls basketball on yourliveevent.com. Well, for the Enderlin Eagles, they're back in action on January the 13th, a week from today as well. They'll be in Tower City against Maple River for a District 1 contest, also on yourliveevent.com. So we'll have a couple of more games here for the Highlanders and the Enderlin Eagles early in the month of January on YLE. Dieterle gives this one off. That'll go to the post as it goes to Sikora. Back up top with a three-pointer here for Finn Doctor. Off the iron, no good, and the 6'6" Caleb Maggio gets the rebound. Enderlin the other side with Carson Gruba here. Carson will see this at the top. Gruba right-handed side to Ethan Simbira. Inside to Maggio. Maggio spinning his way on the interior. Block shot here for Dieterle. As Dieterle gets the block as it goes to Mike and Madsen. Madsen in the front court now for Valley City. Here comes the double team, and the pass is going to get intercepted by Adargo as they go up the floor, and it goes right back the other side for the Highlanders with Sikora here. Sikora right-handed side with Xander Compson. Compson gives it up top to Finn Doctor. Right wing as it goes to Sikora. Goal gets skipped to Mike and Madsen. Madsen here, Krohops in the paint, right-handed side. Sikora will rise, shoot. The three is up and in. Andrew Sikora with the triple, and the Highlanders lead it by 3. 3 minutes in here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in quarter number 1. For the Enderlin Eagles, right-handed side to Carson Gruba, high post to Adargo, right wing to Ethan Simbira. For the answer, three-pointer is going to go long and a foul. Nolan Schlecht will pick up the foul, his second, team's fourth after the rebound here for Valley City. And Calvin Kraft will go to the bench now for the Enderlin Eagles with Tegan Adargo, the younger brother of Orion. He'll check in. Also coming in here for the Enderlin Eagles is Carson Brash, the 6'2" sophomore forward. As Valley City will see this right-handed side with Mike and Madsen. Madsen at the right wing taking a hard dribble. Slips a pass to Dieterle. Jumper from 13 up and good. Jack Dieterle with the field goal here. Highlanders lead it by 5. Enderlin with Carson Gruba in the front court. As Gruba sees this one to the right wing. Free throw line extended bounce pass, right-handed side to Adargo. That's Orion. Nice slip pass on the inside. Eventually will come up with Teagan. Shot is up, no. Rebound to Dieterle. As Valley City up the near sideline with Mike and Madsen. Right wing to Doctor. Doctor on the baseline here for the Highliners. Bounce pass inside looking for Dieterle. And it's still loose, and eventually Carson Gruba gets on the deck, able to stay with it. Leave the pass right wing. Now it's going to go to Brash. To Adargo here now, around to Orion. Orion with the basketball. Crow hop in the paint. Shot got partially deflected by Dieterle. Ends up with Valley City here with Compson. Up the near sideline for the Highlanders. They want to push it and run. Sikora with the right-handed reverse for two. Andrew Sikora's got 7, and the Highlanders lead it by 7 with 3:40 left to play here in the first quarter. Enderlin in the front court to the near side with Carson Gruba. Gruba taking the screen to the high post. Gruba driving kick, right-handed side. Three-pointers on the way, up and good. Ethan Simbira with his second made 3 of the quarter, and the Eagles are back within 4. Finn Doctor, bounce pass up top as they reverse it left-handed side. Stepping into a three-pointer is going to go short by Compson. Rebound by Finn Doctor out to the aforementioned Xander. Compson gets walled off. Doctor open, left pocket 3 is up. That'll go short. Rebound, though, for Compson underneath. Jumper from 15 is going to go long. And a foul here on Dieterle. Jack Dieterle with the foul. It'll be his first and the team's first of the quarter, as Jackson Hoy will check in for the Enderlin Eagles, the 6-foot freshman guard. Able to see Enderlin able to make the substitution into the game. Enderlin coming in as the number 7 seed, Valley City the 2 seed. The seeds are voted on by the 8 team/coaches here in the Barnes County tournament. Ball gets swung to Carson Gruba here. Gruba will see this one to the baseline. Now it goes to Hoy. Hoy sees a turnover. Mike and Madsen goes the other side of the floor. Right-handed layup, and there's a foul. The senior guard will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul assessed here on the Eagles. As this one will be against Carson Brash, his first. And 2 free throw attempts for the Valley City Highlanders with Madsen at the free throw line. As Valley City trying to see if they can get this lead to 5, if not maybe 6. Free throw attempt is up and in. Madsen now has 4. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way to try to make it 5 points here for Madsen, as Barnes County North and Weimar Lidgewood will put a ball on our day 1 coverage here after the conclusion of this contest. Free throw attempt number 2 is long. Rebound here. Make its way for Caleb Maggio, who's back in. And now Enderlin will set it up. Made field goal here brings the Eagles back within 1 possession, but instead it's a turnover as Finn Doctor got a hand on it. And Doctor eventually will get the ball back one more time. Doctor to the right wing, leaves it right-handed side to Xander Compson. Jumper from the right elbow, up and in for 2. 4th different Highliner in the scoring column here in Valley City now, on the verge of doubling up the Enderlin Eagles. As Enderlin will see this here with Carson Gruba. Gruba to the high post. Maggio pass, right wing, three-pointers up and in. Jackson Hoy, the freshman guard, hits the 3, and Enderlin's hit 3 threes here in the opening 6 minutes. Mike and Madsen to the right wing. Madsen leaves this one to the high post to Compson, gets the ball back. College range three-pointers good. Mike and Madsen tees up his second 3 of the quarter. He's got 7, and that's the margin on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 7-point contest here with about 90 seconds remaining. As Orion Adargo takes a couple of dribbles now to the high post. Leaves it left in its side to Caleb Maggio. Three-pointer off the backboard, no good. Rebound to Dieterle, as Dieterle clears the window as they see it now here for Valley City. Finn Doctor back to Dieterle in the front court. Dieterle to the baseline, now to Sikora. Sikora goes to the short corner. Compson, jumper, got it. Xander Compson, he's got 4, and the Highliners lead it by 9. That's for Enderlin right now. They'll set up the offense with Carson Gruba. Eagles led by the 6 points of Ethan Simbira so far. Orion Adargo finds it to Maggio. Back to the right-handed side to Carson Gruba. Gruba's going to attack the paint off the window. Nice find for Carson Gruba on the drive off the window for 2, as he's got 4 points here this evening. Finn Doctor, shovel pass to Dieterle. Mike and Madsen here, deep three-pointer on the way is off the iron, and this goes out of bounds, and it will be Enderlin basketball. So for the Eagles, get a score, got to stop, and now a quick 2-for-1 to try to end the quarter and make it a 2-possession contest here, as Hoy will check out as the Eagles will make a quick substitution and bring Archer Chamberlain, the 6'1 freshman forward here for Enderlin. Carson Gruba gives this one on the handoff to the aforementioned Chamberlain. Chamberlain nearly walked with it. Gives this one off to Ardargo now. As Orion to Adargo. Jumper from the right wing is no good. Rebound comes down to Dieterle. Madsen up the side to Sikora with 7. Now with 5, Mike and Madsen with 4. Madsen attacks the paint, and Madsen gets fouled. Caleb Moncho going to make him earn it at the free throw line as Moncho picks up the foul, his first, and Mike and Madsen heads to the stripe to shoot 2. The Highlanders are 3 of 4 from the line so far in the first quarter. As the free throw will be upcoming here for the senior guard. Madsen hits the first, now with 8 points. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for Mikan. As Madsen hits the second, now with 9 points. The Eagles have 2.1 to play with as they give it to Carson Gruba. Gruba, half-court shot to beat the horn off the backboard, and that's how we'll end our first quarter play. It's Valley City Highlanders 22, the Enderlin Eagles 13 here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
The friendly staff at Lemoore Drugstore reminds you, from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. Download our app and make refilling your prescriptions more convenient. With winter here, stop in and stock up on hand and foot warmers. Lemoore Drugstore has rechargeable heated gear for everyone in the family. Located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com, or stop in and check us out.
Back here to start the second quarter of play between the Valley City Highlanders and the Enderlin Eagles here this evening. The Enderlin Eagles led by the 6 points of Ethan Simbira, while for Valley City the 9 of Mike and Madsen and the 7 by Sikora so far here for the Highlanders as they built this lead here to 9 after 8 minutes of play. Enderlin with the basketball in the front court. They'll see it inside to Maggio. Step through, turnaround inside the paint shot. No. Adargo, though, put back off the window. Good for 2. Nice job by Orion to stay with that one, and eventually 2 points comes down as we'll see Jack Samuelson into the game now for Valley City. Ball gets swung by Finn Doctor, the aforementioned Samuelson. Double team here as Doctor will see it right of the key. Pops a pass to Mike and Madsen. Madsen with a ball fake, able to attack the paint left-handed scoop shot, no. Rebound comes down to Enderlin as Nolan Schlecht will see it now to Carson Gruba. And the Eagles trying to make it a 2-possession game early on here in the second quarter. Gruba to Orion. Adargo wants to launch a 3. That'll go short. And eventually Finn Doctor will come away with it. Doctor will see this in the front court as he's able to do so at the left wing. Bounce pass to Madsen. Mike and back to Finn. Doctor will see this one on the inside. Able to curl hop in for 2. Finn Doctor with his first made field goal of the evening. Now the starting 5 has all got a field goal here for Valley City in this first half. Enderlin with Carson Gruba as Gruba leaves it right-handed side as this one goes to Nolan Schlecht. Schlecht takes the ball, screen back to Maggio, able to reverse it to Orion. Adargo here at the high post, going to attack the paint. Off the window, good for 2. So Orion now has 4 points here. Eagles shooting 7 of 16 from the floor. Valley City 8 of 14 early on. Enderlin a little half-court trap. Samuelson gives it inside Dieterle. Dieterle goes up, and there's a foul. Foul on the way for Caleb Maggio as Maggio is going to pick up the foul, his second, team's first of the quarter, and 2 free throws here on the way for Jack Dieterle. As Dieterle heads to the free throw line to shoot 2 on the way. Free throw attempt here for Dieterle is up, and it is good. Free throw attempt number 2 as the Highliners lead it by 8. Second free throw attempt here for Dieterle is good. So Dieterle goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Makes it a 25-17 contest here for Valley City, as they'll see this one here for Enderlin with Carson Gruber in the front court, left and inside to Ardargo. Ryan, top now to Maggio. Maggio at the right wing. We'll see this one with Nolan Schlecht. Schlecht with the basketball, able to reverse it here to Chamberlain. Back to Maggio to Gruba. Gruba goes behind the back. Taking a ball screen here. Gruba leaves it left and inside. Three-pointer is up. That'll be off the iron, no good. And a rebound here for Valley City. Highliners want to push the other side. Mike and Madsen. Double team comes. Madsen gives it to Doctor. Back to Mike and Madsen. We'll see this on the baseline shot. No. Rebound and a foul will go the other way as the foul will be assessed here to Jack Samuelson. His first and the team's first of the quarter for the Highliners. 5:35 left to play in a back and forth, up and down style of first half. Enderlin held the lead at 5-3. Been tied at 3 and 5, and then it's been Valley City with the advantage here as last couple minutes of this first half of play can determine a lot as we go to the second half. Valley City trying to see if they can get up by double digits. Jumper on the way. Adargo comes up short. Rebound. Eventually one on the inside by Ethan Simbira. Simbira sees it, and a reach and foul here for Valley City. As Colin Thompson will pick up the foul, his first, team's second. And we'll have the Enderlin Eagles with Ethan Simbira to inbound the basketball. As Simbira on the baseline bounce pass. This one goes off the iron, no good. Rebound. Eventually going to be on the deck for it, and we'll see Carson Gruba with the pass, and this will be a turnover. As Gruba was maybe thinking there is a teammate more so on the baseline than up top, and a turnover here on the Enderlin Eagles. So for the Valley City Highlanders, they led by 9 going into the quarter, and that's where it is right now. 22 points for Valley City in quarter number 1 to the 13 points for the Enderlin Eagles. Right-handed side with it goes Mike and Madsen. Madsen here at the top, bounce pass left and inside to Finn Doctor. Doctor to Samuelson. Samuelson able to attack the paint off the window, good for 2. Samuelson gets in the scoring column here as the Highlanders lead it by 11. As for the Enderlin Eagles right now, they'll Carson Gruba left-handed side with it to Nolan Schlecht. Schlecht with it, shovel pass here to the left wing, gives it back to left-handed side as they work it up top with Ethan Simbira to the right wing, Adargo. Ryan gives it left to the key as it'll go to Carson Brash. Making his way, Gruba to the tin, can't finish. Rebound to Samuelson as the Highlanders want to get on a run. Mike and Madsen at the high post, leaves it on the baseline. Thompson, turnaround jumper, no. It's a loose ball and eventually won here by the Enderlin Eagles. As right now going back is Jack Samuelson. He might have tweaked the right foot a little bit here. And also looking at the jaw for Samuelson as he'll have to come out for with the injury. So Valley City will make the substitution here, as they'll see this coming into the game now for the Highlanders will be Andrew Sikora. Also coming in for Valley City will be Xander Thompson, as Jack Dieterle will check out as well. So the Highlanders going more with a guard-oriented lineup here midway through this second quarter of play, as Enderlin we'll see it with Carson Gruba. Gruba right-hand side to Nolan Schlecht. Schlecht will give it up top to Carson as Brash will see it to the left wing. That'll go to Carson Gruba here. Gruba inside the paint, gives it up top to Schlecht. He'll rise, he'll shoot. The 3 is good. Nolan Schlecht with the triple. The Enderlin Eagles, tell you what, the 3 ball's keeping them in this game as they've hit 4 of them so far in this first half. Finn Doctor, left wing, able to reverse it to Sikora. Sikora sees it here in a 3-second violation on the Valley City Highlanders. A turnover here on Valley City. So your Enderlin, chance to get it back to a 2-possession game right now with the made bucket, as the Eagles will handle this one with Carson Gruba Gruba bounce pass right wing to Nolan Schlecht as they work with it on the inside to Simbira. Simbira with the left hand, up and in for 2. Ethan Simbira now with 8. And just like that, it is indeed a 2-possession game. Finn Doctor right-handed side to Compson. Compson here at the free throw line, there's a foul. Nolan Schlecht will get called for the foul, his 3rd. Be the team's 2nd. Dieterle will check in for Valley City. Well, coming back in will be Tegan Adargo here for the Enderlin Eagles. Substitution are on the floor as now Finn Doctor will inbound this one. Finn finds it to Madsen. Mikan crossing over left to right. Driving kick. Compson. 3-pointer is up and in. Xander Compson hits the 3. He's got 7. And the Highlanders lead it by 9. That's for Enderlin right now. Carson Gruba in the front court. Bounce pass right-handed side to Tegan. Dargo to the baseline. Simbira to the right baseline here. Able to give it high post to Brash. Back to Simbira here at the right wing. 15 seconds on the shot clock as they give it to the baseline. Dargo to the high post. One more time to Brash. As Enderlin turns the basketball over. As we'll see it make its way to the other side now for Valley City. Carson Brash will check out of the game. Kayla Maggio, after a quick breather, able to come back into the game. With 2:26 left to play here in the opening half. Ball left-handed side as they'll see this one. Sikora, driving kick, Compson. Compson on the baseline, looking for the reversal. Shot, no. Rebound to Maggio. As Maggio sees this one here to Ethan Simbira. Sunderland will give it to Gruba right now as they bring it up the floor. A little 2-3 matchup zone here for Valley City. High post to Simbira here. Simbira with the wraparound pass as the Highlanders with Mike and Madsen able to get the steal. Madsen the other side, right-handed layup for 2. Mike and Madsen now in double digits with 11. And that's the margin here with just over a minute 45 to play in the first half. Carson Gruba right-handed side to Orion. A Dargo high post touch to Simbira. Simbira splits a double team, but a rebound to Dieterle. Dieterle will see it. Able to find this one to the left-hand side, and Simbira nearly gets the steal. Then he's eventually going to get a hand after Andrew Sikora handled the basketball here. So Simbira will get called for the foul, his 2nd. Team's 3rd, and for Enderlin right now, you got 2 on Maggio Simbira and 3 on Nolan Schlecht. Archer Chamberlain will check in for Enderlin alongside with Jackson Hoy, a couple of freshmen here for the Eagles. Finn Doctor to inbound the basketball for Valley City. Finds it to Dieterle. Jumper from 6 feet off the window, good for 2. Jack Dieterle gets the field goal here. He's got 4 points in the second quarter. The Highlanders right now lead it by 13. Carson Gruba, front court for Enderlin. Gruba right-hand side to Dargo. Orion gives it up top to Maggio, right wing. Here's a 3 by Hoy off the iron, no. Loose ball, and it will be Enderlin basketball. So the Eagles to inbound it here on the baseline as they'll handle it with Archer Chamberlain. Chamberlain at the left wing. Looks for a teammate, finds one here to Maggio. Maggio, step back, 3-pointer, goes long, rebound, good box, and we'll see a foul here on the Eagles. Carson Gruba with the foul, his first, team's 4th. And it will be Highlanders with a chance for a potential 2-for-1 to finish off the first half of play. Ethan Simbira will check in as Carson Gruba will check out. As Valley City with Mike and Madsen sees this. To the right wing on the dribble handoff. Sikora will give it up top now to Doctor. Back to right-hand side to Madsen. Looking for a nice little find inside to Finn. Doctor with the left hand for 2. Doctor's got 4. Nice little pass there by Mike and Madsen to Doctor. And the Highlanders up by 17. Orion Adargo in the front court. Right wing free throw line extended. Using up the dribble. Gives it to Maggio. Right-hand side Simbira. He'll shoot the 3. Got another one. Ethan Simbira now with 11. He's got his 3rd 3 of the half. Madsen the other side as Mikan takes a couple of dribbles. Finds it to Dieterle. Dieterle on the inside. Able to see this off the window. Can't get it. Rebound on the interior goes to Maggio. And the Eagles with 5 seconds. Adargo with 3. Adargo off the window, got it to go, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. It's the Valley City Highlanders 37, the Enderlin Eagles 27. Our halftime show's coming up next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Lamore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Head to Lamore Hardware for in-store deals on Milwaukee tools and check out the new M18 Hot Shot Card Jumper Pack. And when you purchase certain Milwaukee M12 tools, receive a 2-amp battery for free. Plus, browse their Sweet Pickins section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lamore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go online to lamorehardware.com. That's lamorehardware.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com as the Valley City Highlanders lead the Enderlin Eagles at the half here at the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament, 37-27. Valley City out in front. They've had 22 points in the first quarter, 15 points in the second. For the Enderlin Eagles, 13 points in the first quarter and 14 points in quarter number 2 here for the Enderlin Eagles. Enderlin, 5th game of the season for Valley City. This is game number 4 for their campaign, as the also first half numbers go like this for Valley City: 13 of 23 shooting from the floor and 4 of 8 from the three-point line, 7 of 8 from the charity stripe for the Highlanders with 14 rebounds, 7 assists to 3 turnovers here for Valley City. While for the Enderlin Eagles, 11 of 26 shooting from the floor, 5 of 11 from the three-point line with 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and 7 turnovers here for the Enderlin Eagles. Valley City individually, 11 points for Mike and Madsen. Madsen also 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 8 points, 5 rebounds for Jack Dieterle. You also have Samuelson with 2 points, 5 points for Sikoris, 7 for Xander Compson, and Finn Doctors got 4 points here for the Valley City Highlanders to tally up their 37. Well, for the Enderlin Eagles, they're led by the 11 points of Ethan Simbira with 3 threes. You have 6 points on the way for Orion Adargo. Also 4 points here for Carson Gruba. 3 points on the way for Nolan Schlachten. 3 points for Mr. Jackson Hoy here for the Enderlin Eagles. Enderlin led by the 3 rebounds of, make that 4 rebounds here for Caleb Maggio in this first half of play. Again, 37-27 at the half. Highlanders out in front. We'll take a quick break when we come back. Recap what happened earlier today here at the 107th Annual Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament.
In 10 minutes.
Chaos.
Did you answer that email yet?
Decisions.
What if I make the wrong choice?
The weight of moving crushes.
Dad, I need a ride to practice.
Stress follows you. And the dream of a new beginning feels out of reach. Find peace. Hire the team at RE/MAX now. Visit findrealtynow.com.
Yeah.
quality education, affordable tuition, student opportunities. That's the Viking Promise. Valley City State University. Discover yourself here at VCSU. Visit today. A university that knows your name, personal relationships with your professors, the tools to help you succeed. That's Valley City State University. Trusted name, affordable degrees. Visit today.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Every girl deserves the tools to feel confident, connected, and emotionally strong. At BioGirls, they learn real strategies to manage stress and anxiety, build healthy relationships, and understand their emotions. They strengthen coping skills, gain resilience and confidence, and find a deep sense of belonging through authentic peer connection and strong mentorship. The results? Measurable, meaningful, life-shaping. Find a program near you and register today.
Today here on yourliveevent.com, it's Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. Valley City 37-27 over the Enderlin Eagles here in this first half of play. Taking a look at what happened earlier today and what's to come. Coming up, we'll get to Barnes County North and Weimar-Lidgewood, as that game is scheduled for just about an hour from now between BCN and Weimar-Lidgewood at 7:30. The Mayport CG Patriots defeated the Richland Colts 58-31. Couple of players in double digits in the win for Mayport CG. 13 points for Noah DeBotto and 12 points for Bricker Johnson, while the Richland Colts led by the 8 points of Owen Saylor. For the Maple River Raiders, they fell to Lemoore Litchfield 53-36 as the Lobos outscored the Raiders by 10 points in the fourth quarter. You had 15 points for Avery Kramer, 10 points for Kobe Theelgis. Maple River led by the 15 of Kobe Wisniewski and the 11 of Blake Thur earlier today here in this contest. So our bracket on Thursday will go like this. At 3 o'clock will be Richland and Maple River in the consolation portion of the bracket, with our second consolation semifinal following that at 4:30. The loser of this game will play at 4:30. While the Mayport CG Patriots and Lemoore Litchfield Marion Lobos will play in the semifinals at 6, and the winner of this contest will play at 7:30 against the winner of our nightcap here tonight with Barnes County North and Weimar-Lidgewood. Seventh place game gets underway on Friday at 3 o'clock. That will roll into the championship at 7:30. About every 90 minutes, we'll get to the fifth place and third place games in between. Get to our all Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament team. We'll also hear the Sportsmanship Award, and we'll get to our final hardware here. That'll be back on Friday night at 7:30. So that's a recap of what's happened earlier today and games to come a little bit later on as well. In the Barnes County Girls Basketball Tournament, so the Lemoore Litchfield Marion Lobos take down the Valley City Highlanders in the championship game of the Barnes County Girls Basketball Tournament. And for more on high school sports, simply go to our website. That's yourliveevent.com. You can also hit subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching Your Live Event and check out more high school wrestling, basketball, and hockey throughout the course of the next couple of months. Won't be too far now before we get to the state wrestling tournament here in February. You'll also have state basketball the first 3 weekends of March in North Dakota. So we are going to have that with postseason hoops around the corner quicker than it'll be on the calendar. Valley City again led by the double digits of 11 by Mike and Matson with 2 threes. Enderlin led by the 11 points by Ethan Simbira, as Simbira has 3 3-pointers of Enderlin's 5 threes in that first half of play. For Valley City, after this, they'll play after this week in Valley City. For the BCT, they'll play at Northern Cass on Tuesday against the Jags a week from today on Tuesday, January the 13th. While for the Enderlin Eagles, they will also play on January the 13th at Maple River. We'll have both of those games for you right here on yourliveevent.com. We'll take a break and we come back after this. Second half action is next inside the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse. Valley City leads by 10 over the Enderlin Eagles.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At Dickey Marion Insurance Agency, they offer high-quality products and services to their customers with a wide range of coverages from home and auto, farm and crop, and various types of commercial policies. Dickey Marion Insurance Agency is locally owned and operated and has been in business since 1974. Get in contact with Jesse Mastenbrook or Abby Hansen for the small-town service you deserve by going online to dickeymarionins.com or call 701-669-2330.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
High school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com. The Valley City Highlanders 9-13 a season ago, losing to Northern Cass in the Region 1A quarterfinals. While for the Enderlin Eagles, 1-19 last year, losing to Richland in the District 1 basketball tournament playing game. Third season here of the 3-division basketball system, as we're able to see from 2 classes now to 3 divisions, especially in certain parts of the state, more crossover within the divisions, particularly when it comes to the A and alongside the B, as the clock was never reset, so they will put 8 minutes on the clock and start to go. But again, you had in the contest of A and B more crossover games than maybe what you get with A and double A or double A and B, and this is a AB matchup here with Valley City and the Enderlin Eagles. As Valley City will start with the rock here in this second half of play. They will make their way to the baseline. Jumpers off the mark, no good after the attempt by Xander Compson, and the Enderlin Eagles will see this one with Carson Gruba here in the front court. Man pressure defense by Valley City. Ball will work its way to Nolan Schleck to the left wing. Simbira gives it to Maggio. Reverse it now to Adargo. Orion here at the free throw line. Dribble pullback jumper from 18 off the rim, no good. Rebound here for Sikora. Sikora, Matson with Dieterle on the floor and Compson, their original starting five. That's Xander. Inside Finn Doctor with a runner. No rebound is going to be loose for it and eventually out of bounds, and it will stay Highliner basketball. Well, you have Maggio on the floor. Caleb with Ethan Simbira here, alongside with Nolan Schlecht, Orion Adargo, and Carson Gruba, the original starting five for the Enderlin Eagles as well. Compson, jumper, 13-footer, was halfway down and rattled out. Rebound here for Maggio. Enderlin 13 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second. There's a steal on the way by Compson, goes a 2-on-2, crossing over right to left, and this will be a foul here on Enderlin. I see 22 points in the first quarter and 15 points in the second. Foul assessed on the Enderlin Eagles, as this one will be on Orion. Dargo will pick up his second, team's first of the third quarter. As they'll give it right to the key. Now to Mike and Matson. Matson step through. This one will be a walk and a traveling violation on Valley City. Turnover number 4 here on the Highliners. Highliners with the win would improve to 2-2 on the season. For Enderlin with the win, they would improve to 2-3. Carson Gruba, front court, bounce pass to the right-handed side, gives it to Nolan Schlecht. Schlecht looking for the ball screen, takes one here, gives it now to Maggio. Back up top as they reverse it, left wing to Orion. Dargo up top to Caleb Maggio here, right-handed side to Carson Gruba. Gruba taking the ball screen, looking for it on the inside as it goes now to Simbira. Simbira with a couple of dribbles hard down the paint. Left-handed layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound for Orion Adargo. Also unable to finish, as both teams having trouble to find the bottom of the cylinder here in the third quarter. As Finn Doctor in the front court is going to go on a little 6:08 run here to really stretch the game if you're Valley City. As Matson inside the paint, there's a foul. If you're the Enderlin Eagles, going a 6:08 run here, right back within a possession with a chance to possibly tie. Foul assessed here on Enderlin. This would be a Ethan Simbira, his third, team's second. As we'll see this here for Valley City, bounce pass on the inside. Sikora off the window, good for 2. Andrew now has 9. As Sikora with the 2 points. Carson Gruba in the front court, crossing over left to right. Bounce pass right inside Nolan Schleck to the baseline. Simbira. Orion Adargo left wing. We'll see this to Carson Gruba. Baseline Simbira looking for a three-pointer. That'll go long. Rebound to Xander Compson. Finn Doctor in the front court. As Doctor takes the ball screen from Dieterle. Finds a teammate here to Xander Compson. Now to Sikora. Sikora to the near sideline to Finn. Doctor taking a screen by Dieterle. Finn inside the paint, and he gets fouled. Finn Doctor to the line to shoot 2. Third foul here for the Enderlin Eagles, and this one will be on Ethan Simbira, his 4th. See a substitution coming into the contest here with 5:20 left to play in the third. Free throw attempt on the way for Finn Doctor. As Valley City was 7 of 8 in the first half from the free throw line is up and good. Doctor now with 5. Substitution in for Carson Brash. As Brash will check in, as Simbira will check out with those 4 fouls. And we'll see free throw attempts here on the way. Here for Finn Doctor, as this one is good. Doctor with 6, and the Highlanders have continually made the most of their free opportunities. Now 9 of 10 from the stripe here, as Valley City leads it by 14 points. Left in its side, Carson Gruba. Bounce pass up top to Nolan Schlecht. Schlecht with it, looking for a teammate, finds one to Adargo. Turnaround jumper inside the paint's going to go long. Rebound, put back. Maggio can't finish, and a board by Dieterle. Outlet to Finn Doctor here up the near sideline as Valley City with Doctor. We'll see it now to Compson. Compson on the interior, going up and somehow throws it up and in. Xander Compson through some contact, was off balance and somehow got it up to go into the cylinder. Valley City leads it by 16 now. There's a turnover as Mike and Madsen goes the other side. Madsen right-handed layup for 2. Mike and Madsen has 13 points, and what was a 10-point game has now ballooned up to an 18-point game. It's an 8-0 run here for the Valley City Highlanders in the third quarter. We'll break with them on yourlivevet.com.
The friendly staff at Lemoore Drugstore reminds you from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. Download our app and make refilling your prescriptions more convenient. With winter here, stop in and stock up on hand and foot warmers. Lemoore Drugstore has rechargeable heated gear for everyone in the family. Located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com, or stop in and check us out.
Lamore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Head to Lamore Hardware for in-store deals on Milwaukee tools and check out the new M18 Hot Shot Card Jumper Pack. And when you purchase certain Milwaukee M12 tools, receive a 2-amp battery for free. Plus, browse their Sweet Pickins section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lamore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go online to LamoreHardware.com. That's LamoreHardware.com.
Back here on the timeout, brought to you in part by Bank North. Visit banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lenders. See what values-based banking can do for you at Bank North as the Highlanders lead it by 18 points here with 4:29 left to play in the third quarter as Valley City an 8-0 run here. And with 6 of those points coming in about the last 45 seconds. As they see this now for Enderlin. Nolan Schlecht to the high post to Adargo. That's our first time out of the game. Ball will go right-hand side to Chamberlain. Shot no. Rebound on the inside. Gruba turnaround jumper. Partially deflected. It's still loose, and eventually Andrew will come up with it. Madsen goes the other side of the floor as Mike in here at the right wing. Attacks the paint in this one. Will go now to Carson Brash. Brash to Orion. Adargo drive kick to Gruba. He'll launch a rainbow 3. That's off the iron. And now Madsen goes the other side. Mikan, front court. Right-handed scoop for 2. Mikan Madsen with 15 points here in this one for the senior. As the Enderlin Eagles with Carson Gruba will handle it now. Down by 20. Enderlin looking for that first made field goal of this second half for first point. See if they can get to the free throw line. Ball goes right-hand side. Taking a couple of dribbles. Schlecht to the left wing. Gruba, three-pointer. We're launching. That one will be off the mark. Rebound for Xander Compson. Finn Doctor now in the front court. Finn able to skip it to Mike and Madsen to the right pocket. 3 is up and in. Mike and Madsen, 7 in the quarter. 18 in the game. He's hit 3 threes to boot. And the run still continues for Valley City. Make it a 13-0 run here in the third. Ball right-handed side to Archer Chamberlain. Chamberlain able to spin to the high post. Orion, right-hand side, three-pointer. Enderlin gets on the board. Nolan Schlecht with the triple, his second three-pointer of the game. And the Eagles see if that can finally take the lid off the rim here and open some stuff up offensively. Right-hand side, Sikora to the baseline. Mike and Madsen, three-pointer one more time. Madsen now with 21. Enderlin with Carson Gruba. We'll see this at the right of the key. With the ball fake here to the baseline to Chamberlain. Chamberlain to the near side to Gruba, back up top as Enderlin will take a couple of dribbles. Scroll hop, Adargo, shot is up off the mark, no good. Rebound here for Xander Compson. So Xander able to get the ball in the front court, leaves the pass left-handed side to Finn Doctor. Doctor at the left wing, free throw line extended up and over on the pass to Mike and Madsen. Three-pointers up and in one more time. Oh, and you're hot, you're hot. Mike and Madsen now with his 5th made 3. And a number of points here for Madsen coming in the last about 90 seconds of game time. Carson Gruba, high post to Orion. Adargo will see the pass left inside. Three-pointer on the way is short by Schlecht. Rebound, though, for Adargo, and a block shot by Dieterle. As Dieterle able to get the block shot. Valley City's made 7 field goals in the quarter, 5 of them coming from Madsen. Finn Doctor here at the left wing, bounce pass inside to Mikan. Mikan finds a teammate, Sikora, open, right wing three-pointer, that goes long. Rebound gets tipped for, and eventually the Highlanders with Xander Compson. Compson with a head of steam gets fouled and counted. Compson with 11, chance to make it 12 at the line. The Highlanders have opened this game up in the third quarter, as a foul will be assessed here to Enderlin. As they'll pick the foul. As we'll see the Enderlin Eagles make a couple of substitutions, and the same for Valley City. The Highlanders now shooting 58% from the floor, while Enderlin is shooting 30%. Free throw by Compson is up and in. Xander Compson with 12 points in the game, and the Highlanders have taken a 10-point halftime lead to a 29-point third quarter lead here, as they see this one for Enderlin to the right wing. Jackson Hoy, newly inserted, looking up top for Simbira, finds him as they give this one now to Carson Gruba. Gruba to the right-handed side as it works back up top. Simbira, three-pointer, halfway down, no. Rebound going to be one on the way for Jack Samuelson. Samuelson finds it outside to Mike and Madsen. Shovel a little pass here to the right wing. Jumper for Compson, no. Rebound for Samuelson. Turnaround jumper off the window, no. Dieterle put back, got it, and count it. Jack Dieterle with 8 and a chance for an and-one opportunity here for Valley City for Dieterle. Bucket is good, foul on Enderlin. This will be on Maggio, his third, and we'll see the and-one here for Dieterle. Dieterle free throw attempt is good. So Dieterle now with 9, and the Highlanders have had themselves a whale of a third quarter. 25 points here in the third so far in counting. Carson Gruba, other side. Simbira. Ball fake, gives it right hand side. Here goes Jackson Hoy. Three-pointer, that's short. Rebound for Dieterle, as Dieterle will stay it here on the opposite side for the Enderlin Eagles. Just 3 points in the quarter here for Enderlin. As Valley City with Mike and Madsen able to go behind the back, bounce pass to Dieterle. Dieterle sees it left-handed side with it to Compson. Xander back up top, taking the dribble, left wing. This one going hard to the paint. Shot is off the mark by Samuelson. Ball out of bounds, and it will be Enderlin basketball with .9. Pretty much a catch-and-shoot situation here for the Eagles to try to beat the Horn in this third quarter. As Ethan Simbira will inbound the basketball. Shot on the way is going to go short here for Carson Gruba. That's how we'll end our third quarter of play. A 25-point quarter, 25-3 for Valley City on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Here on YourLiveEvent.com, Chase Miller, Joey Hughes. Still to come, we'll get to our play of the game, player of the contest here from a member of the Victorious team. So make sure you stay tuned for that a little bit later on here tonight. Then we'll get you set for Barnes County North and Wybear Lidgewood at the bottom of the hour here at 7:30. Orion Adargo takes the screen up top. That'll go to Maggio, able to slip it now to Nolan Schlecht. Schlecht here at the top, leaves it right inside of Simbira. Right wing to Carson Gruba. Gruba the high post with the step through. Bounce pass to Simbira here. Back to the right side with Gruba with shot clock working to under single digits. Here comes the screen. Nice crossover by Gruba. Able to spin in the paint, and then eventually a tie up, and the arrow goes to Valley City. Good move by Gruba, but once he spun, the ball just came out of his hands far enough to allow a Highlander defender to get their mitts on it. And it eventually will end up like a turnover here, so a stop defensively for Valley City. With where the score is, we have running time to begin the fourth quarter. Sakura, bounce pass, gives it to Doctor. Sakura now on the baseline, good drive, looking for the reversal. Shot is up and shot is good. Andrew Jr. gets into double digits. He's got 11. As the Highlanders hit it by 34. Ball won't get swung. Orion on the interior to Majo. Good spin on the way for Caleb. Not so much of a spin, but more of a drop step there on the baseline as he had Dieterle on his back hip as Valley City leaves it right inside to Andrew. Now to Dieterle. Jumper is up and got it to go for Jack Dieterle. As Dieterle able to get a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Trading buckets right now between the Highlanders and the Eagles. Carson Gruba to the right wing. Is Valley City going to start unloading the bench a little bit here? Ball will go left and inside to Carson Gruba. There's a floater inside the paint. Shot is up and a rebound here for Colin Thompson. Finn Doctor up the far side of the floor. Leaves it to the baseline to Andrew Sakura. Dieterle, bounce pass on the inside. Able to spin a couple times off the window. No from Samuelson. And Majo got the rebound. Ryan Dargo front court now for the Enderlin Eagles to Carson Gruba. As Gruba calls out the offense, leaves it left and inside to Nolan Schlecht. Now back up top as this one goes to Ethan Simbura, right wing. Gruba, three-pointer on the way, no, ball out of bounds, and it will be last touch off the Valley City Highlanders as Valley City with Trey McPartland, the 6'6 senior, will check in. Also, Aiden Stantonring, the 6-foot junior guard, will come in here for Jim McDaniel's club. They'll play their 8th and 9th player here on the roster tonight, while the Enderlin Eagles also have now played 9 players as the bounce pass goes inside to Gruba. Out of bounds, and it will remain Eagle basketball. Story of this game back and forth in the first half in terms of Enderlin kind of hanging around that 6 to 10 to 12-point plateau. And particularly in that second quarter, but the third quarter is where this one separated for the Highlanders. As Adargo's shot is blocked, Valley City will see it now with Finn Doctor. As Doctor brings in the front court for Valley City. As he does, gets to the high post. Right-handed side now to Colin. Back to Finn. He'll launch. Three-pointer is going to go long. Rebound. Nice board by Gruba here. Gruba working with it the other side of the floor. Driving kick. Now to Nolan Schlecht. Schlecht gives it back to Gruba. Gruba at the left wing, going to attack the paint hard on the inside, and there's a foul. Finn Doctor will pick up the foul. It'll be his first and the team's first with free throws upcoming here for the Enderlin Eagles. As we'll see, to the stripe is Carson Gruba. Gruba 4 points in the game for the senior guard. Free throw attempt on the first is going to go long. Substitution into the game for Valley City as coming in will be Zach into the contest here for Valley City, Giesler. So the junior guard will check in. Free throw attempt number 2 here for Gruba. That was also the first free throw attempt for Enderlin tonight. Free throw attempt number 2 is going to go off the mark. Rebound out of bounds, and it will be Valley City basketball. So the Highlanders with this result will improve to 2-2 on the season and play at 7:30 on Thursday night in the nightcap of day number 2. Off the Enderlin Eagles, they'll play at 4:30 on Thursday afternoon and drop to 1-4 on the season. Their opposition to be determined pending what happens in our next game with Weimar Lidgewood and Barnes County North as Giesler bounce pass inside McPartland. Able to spin shot, no. Rebound, though, won by Valley City. And the Highlanders with a fresh 35. Finn Doctor sees this one. Floater inside the paint. Can't get it to go. Rebounds. Put back, and then we'll have a traveling violation here on Trey. As the Highlanders will give the ball back to the Enderlin Eagles. As Enderlin with Charles Powers, the senior guard, will check in. Jackson Hoy able to come back into the game alongside with Tegan Adargo. Archer Chamberlain as well, and Wyatt Lund, the 6'1 senior. Valley City with Corbin Powell, the 5'9 senior guard, getting into a lineup with Caleb McLaughlin, the 5'11 senior forward. So both teams pretty much clearing the benches at this standpoint as the Eagles with Jackson Hoy to the top of the key, leaves it left and inside to Lund. Lund with the ball fake, left-handed side now to Chamberlain. Chamberlain with a handoff to Hoy. Hoy with a jumper from the left wing. Three-pointer is going to go long. Rebound one for Stanton Ring here for Valley City. Highlanders leave it right-handed side. Three-pointer for Valley City is going to go long. As a loose ball, and eventually the Highlanders come away with it. Ball out of bounds, and it will stay Valley City basketball. For the Enderlin Eagles, play a Division A opponent here tonight and then get ready for a Division B opponent. For Valley City, Division B opponent here. Another Division B opponent coming up on Thursday. Shot fake, Valley City. Teardropper, can't get it. Rebound by Stanton, rings off the mark after the attempt by Giesler. All go out of bounds. Two Division A opponents here in this tournament with the Mayport CG Patriots and alongside the Valley City Highlanders. Everybody else Division B ranks here for the remaining teams. As Enderlin left and inside to Teagan. Adargo will handle the basketball. On the interior goes Lund. Lund with the dribble, gives it up top. Here goes Charles Powers, three-pointers. That'll go long. Rebound and a traveling violation here for Valley City with Corbin Powell. As Enderlin will get the ball and make his substitution here is Dominic Haugen, the 5'7 sophomore, will check in. Also coming in will be Archbold, the 5'9 freshman. As Enderlin with Chamberlain will make the substitution. Both teams have been rostered. You played here tonight for both Enderlin and Valley City. As Dominic sees this one right-handed side, and this goes out of bounds, and it will remain Enderlin basketball. As Archbold to inbound it. Able to find a teammate there with Chamberlain. Takes the ball screen. Chamberlain bounce pass right-hand side to Powers. Powers inside the paint. Right-handed scoop shot. No. Rebound here to Valley City. As we'll see Caleb in the front court. Now Stanton Ring left-handed side. Three-pointer for Giesler is up, and that'll go long. Rebound here to the Enderlin Eagles. As Enderlin with Charles Powers. We'll see this with the basketball as Enderlin will handle this one in the front court. As they do, ball goes up top to Wyatt Lund. Lund will handle it, steps into a three-pointer right wing. That'll swirl out, no good. Rebound on the inside for Powers. As Powers will play with it, back up top to Chamberlain. Three-pointer is short. Ball gets deflected around, and eventually Powell will come up with it in the front court, and that will do it for this ball game. The Valley City Highlanders win it here tonight 66-32 as they will make their way into the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament Championship with a 66-32 win over the Enderlin Eagles. We're back with our post-game show coming up around the corner. That is next here on YourLiveVent.com.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
In 10 minutes.
Chaos.
Did you answer that email yet?
Decisions.
What if I make the wrong choice?
The weight of moving crushes.
Dad, I need a ride to practice.
Stress follows you. And the dream of a new beginning feels out of reach. Find peace. Hire the team at RE/MAX now. Visit findrealtynow.com. Yeah.
Quality education, affordable tuition, student opportunities. That's the Viking Promise. Valley City State University. Discover yourself here at VCSU. Visit today. A university that knows your name. Personal relationships with your professors. The tools to help you succeed. That's Valley City State University. Trusted name, affordable degrees. Visit today.
As we come back here on our post-game show, join us, part of our post-game conversation here from the Valley City Highlanders. Mike and Matson in this particular third quarter, able to rack them up with 13 points in the third quarter, had 3 threes, finished with 5 in the game. Mike, and what just kind of was working for you guys, particularly in that third quarter where you outscored the Enderlin Eagles 25-3?
Well, in halftime, mostly our focus during halftime was to get it to Jack and then kick out, or, they run like a 2-3 zone, and so if Finn's on the corner, he can see cross court and he can see whoever's in the other corner, like on the other side, wide open. And our focus was to hit each other for outside threes from the inside out or cross court. So, and yeah, we just dominated. I feel like we had a hot start and we just kept it going. And once we have that adrenaline, we just push it. So.
Able to have a nice one with 3 players in double digits as well with Xander Compson, also with Jack Dieterle on the interior, nearly getting a double-double of 13 and 9. What did you just kind of see from Dieterle's performance, as you mentioned, on the inside here?
Well, he's definitely gotten better over the years. Since we came in here, we had our JV team about 2 years ago. Wasn't as big. He's definitely gotten bigger over the years. We definitely use his height to our advantage, and it obviously showed. They had a big kid about 6'6". I don't know his name, but he was doing pretty good. But when we put Jack on him, we stopped. Number 33, and then on the offensive side, all we had to do was put it in the Jack, and he ran his show, and we worked ours. So it worked in both our favors. So
as you move forward, you had a game last night, a game tonight, a game Thursday, a game Friday, a lot of basketball this week, Mike. And so what's the one thing moving forward from a game last night, a game tonight that you hope to take into the semifinals upcoming here for the BCT on Thursday evening?
Communication. Our communication's definitely gotten better over the years. We've been a team for about 3 years now. We have all seniors and juniors this year, and communication. I think if we talk good and we definitely tell each other what to do during the game. If we continue to work as a team as good as we are now, I feel like if we keep pushing it the rest of the week, we can definitely get to the championship game and win it. So, and that's our goal. So we gotta do what we gotta do. Make sure we gotta recover and drink our liquids.
Mike, and thanks for the conversation. Best of luck moving forward here this week.
Thank you.
Mike and Matson join us here, part of the post-game show. We'll take a quick break and take a look at the final numbers when we return.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Again, your final here, Valley City 66-32 on yourliveevent.com. The Valley City Highlanders shoot 49% from the floor, 7 of 14 from the land of 3, and 11 of 12 from the free throw line. 38 rebounds, 12 assists to 5 turnovers. While you had on the opposite side of the floor for the Enderlin Eagles, they go 13 of 51, shooting 6 of 24 from the land of 3, 0 for 2 from the stripe, 22 rebounds, 3 assists to 11 turnovers. Individually, Mike and Matson was feeling it. 8 of 11 from the floor, 5 of 6 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 24 points, 3 assists, 4 steals for Matson, 13 points, 9 rebounds for Dieterle, and 5 of 9 shooting, or 5 of 7 shooting. 12 points, 7 rebounds for Xander Compson on 5 of 11 shooting from the floor as well. 9 points for Andrew Sikora, 6 on the way for Finn Doctor here this evening for Valley City, and a couple points for Jack Samuelson off the bench. Again, Valley City led by the 24 of Matson. While for the Enderlin Eagles, led by the 11 points here of Ethan Simbira with 3 threes. You also had 6 points for Adargo, that's Orion. 6 points for Nolan Schlecht. 4 points and 5 rebounds for Carson Gruba. 3 points here for Jackson Hoy, and Caleb Maggio, 2 points and 7 rebounds on the inside for the Enderlin Eagles. Our player of the game brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to enbridge.com for career opportunities. That goes to Mr. Mike and Matson here for the Valley City Highlanders. He is our player of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to enbridge.com for career opportunities. And our play of the contest is the third quarter, in which the Valley City Highlanders outscored the Enderlin Eagles 25-3, and that really was the difference in this one. It was 37-27 at the half, but that outscoring of 22 points in the third quarter put this game to bed, as the Valley City Highlanders are now 2-2 on the season, while Enderlin drops to 1-4. Play of the game brought to you in part by Agassi. Go to Agassi Precision website. That again is Agassi Precision website at planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. We'll take a Quick timeout. When we return here in about 15 minutes, we'll get to the opening tip of our nightcap featuring the Warbirds of Weimar-Lidgewood and the Bison of Barn Sky North. That's coming up here later tonight in about 15 minutes for the opening tip on your Livevent.com.